Otodus Megalodon, the scientific name for Megalodon. Surprising. But not as surprising as the things that could take out this master of the ocean. You'll find out what can. Now. Number 10. Mosasaurus. You may have seen Mosasaurus in the movie Jurassic World and Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. It's not as big as that, or was not. These creatures are actually lizards, despite their aquatic nature and appearance of being very big. These giant reptiles were the apex predators of the Cretaceous Ocean and fed upon giant sharks similar in size to Megalodon. Cretoxyrhina was one of the largest sharks to ever exist, but was simply no match for the skilled Tylosaurus and Mosasaurus. So it is in my deep opinion that these reptiles, having studied the way of the shark, would be able to defeat a Megalodon, especially if they had preparation time. Number 9. Livyatan, also known as the Leviathan. This is a macroraptorial sperm whale species that once existed around the same time as our mighty Megalodon. This was an apex predator alongside the Megalodon. Its teeth were larger, its jaws possibly much stronger, and it had a much better workout regimen. Due to its ability to probably do a backflip, this creature was more than a match for Megalodon that could only do a front flip. Number 8. Shastasaurus. This giant of the Triassic Oceans was one of the largest animals to ever exist, having a length on par and rivaling the blue whale, over 30 meters long, having a weight of 150 to 173 tons. That is almost as large as my pecker. Surely a creature as large as this would have no predators. Like the blue whales of today, any animal that tried to attack it, it could probably just, slap it really hard. That would surely put off the giant shark and maybe even cripple it. So far, we have only been talking of creatures from the ocean that can defeat this Leviathan. But what of creatures of the land, and possibly of the sky? Number 7. A leopard. I know what you're thinking, the size difference between a Megalodon and a leopard is very large. But did you know leopards can take out animals many times their size, including gorillas? And also, one leopard has been reported killing a tigress in India. That's crazy. These guys are on crack or something. Anyway, thanks for having me. Number 6. Purussaurus brasiliensis, also known as a really big crocodilian. Perhaps the largest crocodilian to ever exist. This creature also lived around the same time as Megalodon, so perhaps they did interact, but that would have been hard, as Megalodon preferred the ocean, and these giant caiman preferred fresh water. So, if they were to interact, I would believe that Megalodon got stranded in the shallows and is pretty much fucked anyway. So it would be easy food for these large caimans, who, likely, like common caimans today, feed in groups. Look at their faces. Very big faces. Number 5. Quetzalcoatlus, the largest flying animal to ever live. Although it is the largest flying creature to ever exist, some estimates put its weight as low as 70 kilos, which, that ain't shit to bench. I could lift that no problem. But recent estimates have its weight around 200 to 250 kilos. I could still lift that, but not on a bench press. Maybe in a few years' time, but not now. Regardless, I believe that this pterosaur, a relative of dinosaurs but not a dinosaur itself, remember that, you idiot, would be able to defeat the giant shark by simply flying way overhead and dropping a bomb on it. How it got the bomb, one can only guess at. But it's 2022, so who knows? Number 4. The Colossal Squid, also known as the giant crunch squid for some reason. These animals are able to get up to 600 600? Damn, baby! Although nowhere near the size of our large shark, perhaps it could be swallowed by the shark. But before going into the stomach, it puts its tentacles through the creature's gills and simply waits until the shark dies of oxygen deprivation. This would take a very intelligent squid, perhaps one trained in martial arts. But, as we know today, cephalopods are incredibly intelligent animals, and if colossal squid can live longer than 10 years, who knows what they could accomplish? Number 3. I'm gonna get in so much fucking trouble. Number 2. Gorillas. As evidenced by every child in the comment section of a gorilla versus video, these animals have super strength, far more than what should be natural for a primate their size, incapable of taking any damage. Although peaceful creatures, if a megalodon swam up to a gorilla's family, you best believe it would try and clap those cheeks, despite them not having cheeks at all. Though I will admit that Megalodon is far larger than a gorilla, so this fight would be very hard, unless there were 2 gorillas. Number 1. Depression.